Hey everyone, what's going on? Just a real quick video here. I'm just amazed by what just happened, but I'm in the process of uploading this video where I talk about the YouTube truth community and how there is a theme with the movie called They Live that is going on, such as the last video that Jeff C was going to do. He used the picture with Alex Jones with the They Live face. And I've recently been talking a lot about Allen Iverson and how he was synced up to the Bridgewater shooting. The news people got shut up, and that was right after Roddy Piper died. And in the movie They Live, he shoots up the news, and it was all synced up to Ronda Rousey and a whole lot more. And then I also talked about how Bobby Simpson and Richard Quinn are synced up to the Nashville RV bombing. And then Zach just recently did an interview with RV Truth. And RV Truth, his new channel was absolutely synced up to the RV bombing. And his channel the avatar is Roddy Piper. And it's all about the movie They Live, right? He's all about the movie They Live. So I'm uploading this video. And in this video, I talk a lot about the number 218 and also about 9/11. And I was sitting here trying to figure out why Alex Jones and Bill Gates might be important to each other. And remember, Alex Jones got taken off of social media on August 6th, which is the 218th day of the year in 2018. And conspiracy theory equals 218, Osama bin Laden, Twin Towers, the World Trade Center, they all equal 218. And in the Francis Bacon ciphers, Alex Jones equals 208 and Bill Gates equals 208. Their birthdays are 106 days apart, and in Gematria, if you read out They Live equals 106. They Live also equals 218 in the Francis Bacon ciphers. And Roddy Piper died 106 days after his birthday as well. So there's this narrative. But I was kind of just looking through my old stuff because I also noticed that August 6th to Alex Jones's birthday is 190 days. And this is a big number I talked about with Roddy Piper and how he was synced up to Ronda Rousey, because Roddy Piper equals 190. And remember that the day after he died, she took on the name Rowdy Ronda Rousey, and she won her UFC fight in 34 seconds against Beth Correa, and that was at UFC 190. And then her first fight was synced up to, it was at UFC 157, and she beat Liz Carmouche, that equals 190. In her final fight, she lost to Amanda Nunes, that equals 190. Important number, right? 190, and I'm seeing this with whatever. So I was looking up Ronda Rousey, and I forgot that I had this post and look when I put it out, on 21/8, 218. It's also the same day that the Disturbed album came out, the one that had the song The Vengeful One. They got taken down because of the Bridgewater shooting, because in the music video they mimic the movie They Live, and he goes and shoots up the news reporting team, or the news station. So, 21/8, 218 is the day I put this out, but it actually happened on 20/8, like 208. Like Alex Jones and Bill Gates, right? And Microsoft was even founded 208 days before Bill Gates' birthday. That's why these Francis Bacon ciphers are stupidly important, but look at this. Ronda Rousey nearly severed her finger shooting 911, and, I pointed out all kinds of stuff. The story came 11 months and 9 days after 9/11. The Reflections, right? And the show was called 911. The creator was this guy named Ryan Murphy. And his birthday's November 9th, which can be written as 9/11 or 11/9. And if you went from his birthday, it was 9 months and 11 days after his birthday that she, hurt her finger on the set of 911. And I also talked about how this is going to be the upcoming WrestleMania 34 in 2021. And Ronda Rousey is going to be turning 34 years old right after that. And everything about her, she won in 34 seconds. There's all kinds of stuff. synced up. You can listen to the other video, I talk about it. I'll try to leave some links in the description, but she won that fight in 34 seconds the day after Roddy Piper died, 911 days before she came out at the Royal Rumble in 2018, dressed up like Roddy Piper, and her name was Rowdy Ronda Rousey, right? So anyway, I'm kind of looking through all this stuff. There was even something about Beth Correa here. Let me scroll down a little bit farther. 9/11 is even 9 months and 11 days before Beth Correa's birthday, the girl that she beat right after Roddy Piper died. But anyway, as I'm scrolling down, look at this crap. Get farther and farther down here, and I mentioned They Live, and it just so happens to be, I said it's also funny that Rich just posted Zach's book earlier, and a cover with They Live on it. Now, what are the odds of this? I don't think I've blogged about Rich ever. Until recently. I didn't even know I blogged about it, right? And it has to be one of the only other times I've blogged about Rich. And I'll have to look. I'll have to see what I put, but I just put Rich, so I'm going to have to type in Rich or Richard and look through a bunch, but I swear I can't remember a time other than recently where I've talked about Richard Quinn, and how he was synced up. And then the next day after I talked, on December 20th earlier of 2020, I blogged about how Rich went on a video with Zach, and it was just so happened to be his 42nd birthday, and it was all by the numbers. And then we got the Christmas bombing, and they said his name was Anthony Quinn Warner, and so on, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But then Rich messaged me about that video, and I talked all about the number 186, and the very next day, the thing in sports news was that Dan Quinn was going to become the Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator. And this stuck out to me right away because Dan Quinn's birthday is 9/11, and also I mentioned how the RV bombing was important to 9/11 because of the AT&T building, and AT&T is important to 9/11 and so on, and the Dallas Cowboys play in the AT&T Stadium, right? So Dan Quinn is now the defensive coordinator, and Dan Quinn equaled 186, and he replaced Mike Nolan that equaled 186, that big number I was talking about with Rich, and Rich says it's all just law of probability, and law of probability equals 186. So what are the odds? Now, I'm scrolling through here, and I see this stuff about Ronda Rousey, all about 9/11, and I have a random post in here with it where I talk about Rich and how he has Zach's book with a cover of They Live on it. So you can't tell me this isn't. It's just bigger. We're all coded, man. I'm telling you. It's so much bigger than people realize. So we'll leave it at that. I just want to leave it short. Just wanted to make a point. I just randomly stumble upon this, and what are the odds I make it on 21/8? Just like the other night. I talked about all this in the other video, but just really quick here. I really need to go to bed, but just the other night I wrote all about 218 and whatnot, and then I was going to rewatch They Live, and I found it on BitChute, and it was late at night, and I just happened to look down right when I turned on the video, because I had fell asleep the night before trying to watch it, and I was going to go back and just rewind it all and rewatch it. But then I started thinking, man, it's getting pretty late, and I looked at the clock, and it was 2:18. I didn't get my screenshot in time, but it was at 2:18. And then I started looking more and more at this video, and it was posted on 2/18 of 2018. And They Live equals 218. And then I go to watch it at 2:18 in the morning. You just can't make this up. It's like, it's never ending, but I'll leave it there. I don't want to wake my kids up, so have a good one. Peace.